We're smoking a pork shoulder on the Camp Chef Woodwind. Let's get cooking. I was a little under the weather, so I didn't really do a big time trim on this pork butt. We're just going to get some mustard on there and season it up. I like to use French's yellow mustard as a binder. We just get a little bit on there and get a nice coat so that the seasoning will stick. I'm using a seasoning that I'm working on that's got a little bit of sweetness to it. If you're new to my channel, I try to stay away from sugar, so we're using a little bit of Monkfruit sweetener in there. Once I get the flavor dialed in, I'll be sure and share it with you guys. So we're going to hit it with a nice even coat of my seasoning. And then we'll give it a flip, and we're going to repeat the process on the other side. I season all the sides. I hit everything with a little bit of yellow mustard. And then once it's evenly coated, I hit it with my sweet rub. Remember to be generous with the seasoning. This is a big piece of meat. And after I season all the sides, I'm going to flip it back over and really try to get a nice even coat on that fat cap. I know there's a lot of debate. I always cook with the fat cap up. While that sits out, we're going to go ahead and get the woodwind fired up. I've got the hopper loaded up with those Bear Mountain pellets. And we're going to run it at about 265 with a smoke setting of 5. I got a drip tray set up. I'm going to set that pork butt right over the drip tray. And then I'm going to check it every hour. You could give it a spritz every hour. I didn't do it this time. Like I said, I wasn't feeling very well, and I was just letting it roll. Once it hit an internal temp of about 165, we're going to pull it off and double wrap it with aluminum foil. And then it goes back on the smoker. So once it's back on the smoker, I put the probe back in. We're looking for an internal temp of about 203. And once it does hit 203, we're going to pull it off and let it rest in a cooler with a dish towel for about an hour. I mean, come on, everyone knows that the waiting is the hardest part, right? I ended up not letting it go the full hour. It went about 45 minutes. Everybody was saying they were hungry, so we went ahead and pulled it out and got it on that pan to shred up. A good way to tell if you've got a good pork butt is a nice clean bone pull, and this one came out clean as a whistle. The reason I bring it up to 203 is all the connective tissue really starts to break down around that point. It really shreds like butter. It's got a nice smoke ring on it, and it tastes amazing. Now it's time to use my meat shredders that the kids got me for Christmas. They've been waiting for me to use these, and I really think they just wanted to get a turn. So I couldn't have all the fun. I did let my littlest take a turn, and she did a really great job. Once it was all shredded, I did give it a little sprinkle of the seasoning and mixed it all in. I'm not a fan of sauce. I don't use barbecue sauce a whole lot. I serve it on the side. Since I do the low to no carb thing, I'll just pile this meat on a plate, and sometimes I'll put some shredded cheese on it. I like to put pepper jack. The kids like to have sliders. I'm the Falcon Eats. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.